As Wednesday walks through the hallways of Reagan High School, she is used to the mocking and laughing of her fellow students. However, she doesn't let it get to her and instead heads straight to her graffiti-covered locker. Upon opening it, she is shocked to find her brother Pugsley tied up and an apple in his mouth. In a vision, Wednesday sees the perpetrator who tortured her brothers, the swim team. Determined to get revenge, Wednesday heads to the swimming pool with 2 bags full of piranhas, letting them loose on the bullies. As one of the bullies is attacked, Wednesday can't help but smirk. While Wednesday is not charged for attempted murder, she is expelled from Reagan High School. Morticia and Gomez decide to send her to Nevermore Academy, the place where they first fell in love. Meanwhile, a hiker is brutally killed in the woods and Sheriff Galpin is on the case. At Nevermore Academy, Wednesday meets the principal, Weems, who is impressed by Wednesday's perfect grades and the family's long history at the school. Despite Wednesday having attended 8 schools in the last 5 years, Weems is excited to have her join the academy. Wednesday is introduced to her roommate, Enid, who gives her a tour of the boarding school. Enid explains the different cliques at Nevermore's: vampires, werewolves, stoners, gorgons, and sirens. The popular girl at the academy is Bianca Barkley, and her ex-boyfriend Xavier is the resident tortured artist. Unfortunately, rumors about Wednesday's murderous past have already spread, causing her to be an outcast at this new school as well. Before leaving for Nevermore Academy, Wednesday bids farewell to her family. Morticia gives her a necklace made of obsidian and a crystal ball to contact her with, while Gomez releases Thing, a hand tasked with keeping an eye on Wednesday. Sheriff Galpin investigates the woods where the hiker was killed, discovering numerous body parts scattered about. This is the 3rd murder in the area. At Nevermore Academy, Wednesday and Enid get into an argument. Enid talks about her vlog and emojis, dancing to pop music, but Wednesday orders her to turn it off. Enid retaliates by flashing her werewolf claws, causing the two to fight. A teacher, Marilyn, separates them and discloses the house rules. The next day, Wednesday fences with Bianca, eventually suggesting that they remove their masks and fight until one draws blood first. Bianca ends up slashing Wednesday's cheek. While at the infirmary, Wednesday meets Rowan, who considers himself the outcast of the outcasts and has telekinetic abilities. Later, Wednesday finds Thing hiding under her covers and threatens to torture him for information. She makes the hand pledge its loyalty to her. Larissa drives Wednesday to her therapy session with Dr. Kinbot in the nearby town of Jericho. Despite the doctor's attempts to get Wednesday to open up, she remains closed off. Wednesday flees the session and heads to a coffee shop, where she meets Tyler, the sheriff's son who works as a barista. Wednesday helps him fix an issue with the coffee machine and, in return, he agrees to drive her to the nearest bus stop once he finishes his shift. On the way to the bus stop, Wednesday encounters a group of bullies and calls them out for being racist and violent colonizers. She defends herself with martial arts skills taught by her uncle. The town sheriff and Tyler's father show up and warn Wednesday to stay out of trouble, mentioning that they knew her father well and hinting that he was a murderer. Larissa drives Wednesday back tea.
As they pass by an accident, Wednesday has a vision of the person who died. At the academy, Wednesday finds Thing hiding under her covers and threatens to torture him for information. Later, Wednesday goes to therapy with Dr. Kinbot, but ends up fleeing through the bathroom and heading to a coffee shop. There, she meets Tyler, the sheriff's son, who she helps fix the coffee machine in return for a ride to the nearest bus stop. When they're confronted by a group of bullies, Wednesday defends herself with her martial arts skills and Tyler's father, the sheriff, warns her to stay out of trouble. On the way back to the academy, Wednesday has a vision of a person who died in an accident. At Nevermore, Rowan, who has telekinetic powers, starts flaunting his abilities. Wednesday confides in Thing that something is wrong at the academy and has a chat with her roommate Enid, who reveals she hasn't fully transformed into a werewolf. Wednesday also speaks with Tyler on a video call and plans to meet him at the Harvest Festival fair. However, their escape is interrupted by the Pilgrim World thugs, and Wednesday is attacked by Rowan, who believes he must protect Nevermore. Before he can finish her off, a monster appears and kills Rowan, leaving Wednesday with the realization that she could be the one to destroy the school and that a monster saved her life. In the end, Wednesday's parents contact her through a crystal ball, and she tells them about everything that has happened. Despite the chaos, Wednesday thinks she might grow to love it at Nevermore,